The views and opinions expressed by the program host did not necessarily state or reflect the official views and position of Sunshine Radio DZAR 1026 Manila, Suarosug Media Corporation, and Sunshine Media Network International.
Bago matapos ang araw, ating suriin, ating himayin ang mga maiinit na impormasyon at balita na kinalap ng SMNI Integrated News and Public Affairs. Live mula sa ACQ Tower, Makati City, ito ang SMNI Nightline News with MJ and Admar.
Isang magandang Huwebes ng gabi mga kapartner. Narito na po ang ulo ng ating mga balita. Party issue, hindi sapat na basehan para ideklara ang nation's candidate si Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy ayon sa COMELEC.
Dating Pangulong Duterte handang humarap sa pagdinig sa Kamara kaugnay po sa war on drugs ng kanyang administrasyon. Mga programa ng DSWD patungkol sa ayuda, titiyaking hindi magagamit sa kampanya para sa 2025 midterm elections. Malawakang raid sa retailers at resellers ng illegal na vape products, ikinasa po ng BIR. At public utility vehicle na hindi nakapag-consolidate, binigyan ng isa pang pagkakataon ng LTFRB hanggang sa Nobyembre 18. Tutukan niyo po, detalyeng mabalitang yan at marami pang mga impormasyon dito po sa ating programang SMNI Nightline News ngayon pong gabi ng Huwebes, ika-17 sa buwan ng Oktubre, taong 2024. Live na po tayong napapanood sa ating mga partner cable channels, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Tayo rin po ay naka-livestream na sa ating mga YouTube channels sa rumble.com, sa mga Facebook pages at sa smni.com. Muli, magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Admar, Vilando po kasama si MJ Mondejar.
May gabi partner, sa ating po mga kababayang patuloy na nakatutok sa lahat po ng ating mga public service program. Maraming salamat sa SMNI News Management sa pagkakataon ngayong gabing ito.
Una sa ating balita, nanindigan po ang Commission on Elections o COMELEC na binalanse at pinag-aralang mabuti ng komisyon ang pagkakasama ni senatorial aspirant Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy at ng 65 iba pa sa mga lehitimong kandidato para sa 2025 midterm elections. Narito ang balita ni Margot Gonzalez.
Nasa 221 ang bilang ng petisyon na re-resolbahin ng Commission on Elections o COMELEC pagdating sa mga nuisance candidate. Kabilang na dito ang 117 mula sa 183 senatorial aspirants na naghain ng kandidatura pero bigong makapasok sa partial at official list ng komisyon. Sa huling araw ng paghain ng petisyon laban sa mga nuisance candidate araw ng Miyerkules, isa ang labor lawyer na si Sunny Matula sa naghain ng petisyon laban sa kandidatura ni Pastor Apollo dahil sa umunoy misrepresentation. Una nang itinanggi ni Matula na otorisado ang tinanggap na kona ni Pastor Apollo mula sa Workers and Peasants Party o WPP. Sa kabilang banda naman, ang isa pang paksyon sa WPP na Tolentino Wing na pinangungunahan ni Atty. Mark Tolentino ay pinanindigan na legal ang tinanggap na nominasyon ni Pastor Apollo mula sa partido. Ipinunto naman ni COMELEC Chairman Atty. George Garcia na wala magiging problema sa kandidatura ni Pastor Apollo kahit pa meron itong party issue. Isa si Pastor Apollo sa mga idineklarang lehitimo at kwalipikadong kandidato ng COMELEC para sa senatorial race para sa darating na 2025 midterm elections.
Patungkol sa na-file naman po ng grupo ng Atty. Sunny Matula patungkol sa isang aspirant, hindi po yata sa aking palagay sa initial kong pagkakatingin, hindi siya isang petisyon, isa siyang sulat. So kung sabihin na natin na ang isang tao kine-question ang kanyang pagiging kandidato nung mismong partido na yan, pwede naman siya independent candidate and therefore yung independent candidate prepare pa rin po makatakbo. So doon sa issue ng yan by misrepresentation, we are going to answer that later. Ang importante ay nakapaglabas na muna kami ng listahan na mabilis.
Dagdag pa ni Garcia, sakali mang matatanggalan ng nominasyon mula sa isang partido ang isang senatorial aspirant ay hindi ito magiging basehan para ideklara siyang nuisance candidate. Ang nilabas nilang listahan para sa pagkasenador ay pinag-aralan at tinimbang ng maigi ng komisyon.
Ang katanungan kasi ng sambayanan doon, porke ba't ang isang tao ay matatanggalan ng kanyang nomination, siya ba ay considered ng nuisance? Ang kasagutan po ay hindi. Dahil hindi naman po yun ang basis at ground ng pagiging nuisance. Ang dami po naming credit o pinayagan 17 na mga kandidato pinayagan natin na mga independent candidates sa nilabas naming 66 na official candidates, partial official candidates para sa Senado. So hindi po imposible ang isang tao, kahit independent candidate, ay makasama sa aming pong listahan.
Samantala, ito naman ang sagot ng legal counsel ni Pastor Apollo.
Now, as to the move to have his certificate of candidacy cancelled, well, that's also the right of Mr. Sonny Matula, no? Attorney Matula. I know him personally, no? He's a labor lawyer. However, I don't think that will proceed, no? At the most, the worst case scenario that will happen is Pastor Apollo Quiboloy may run as independent. Kasi I have to state it clearly, the WPP nomination was offered to Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. And of course, it was done by the president of WPP, my good friend, Attorney Mark Tolentino. He accepted it only to find out that there is an internal, misunderstanding within WPP. They can sort it out among themselves. But Pastor Apollo Quiboloy will not be bothered by this internal misunderstanding.
Yung issue po na baka maging ground ng cancellation is misrepresentation.
I don't think so because the person who offered it to him is the president of WPP himself. So he had the right to rely in good faith the representations made by Attorney Mark Tolentino.
Samantala nangako ang COMELEC na bago pa man matapos ang buwan ng Nobyembre ay mariresolba na nila ang lahat ng petisyon para sa nuisance candidates. Pagdating naman ng December 13 ay may pinal ng listahan para sa lahat ng mga kandidato sa national at local positions ngayong darating na eleksyon.
Ngayon kung may magpa-file ng mga petisyon, cancellation laban po sa kanila, yan po ididinigin ng COMELEC at hanggat walang pinal na desisyon, ang pangalan nila ay malalagay sa mga balota kung wala pang desisyon bago mag-imprenta ang COMELEC ng balota.
Para sa Diyos at Pilipinas, kumahal, Mark Gonzalez, SMNI News.
Handa namang humarap sa pagdinig ng Quadcom sa Kamara si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte kaugnay po sa mga investigasyon ng drug war. Narito ang report ni Hannah Jane Sancho.
I would be happy to appear in both the upper and the lower house of Congress.
Handang humarap sa investigasyon ng Kamara at Senado si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte kaugnay sa kampanya laban sa iligal na droga ng kanyang administrasyon. Yun nga lang, wala pa raw itong natatanggap na formal na imbitasyon mula sa Quad Committee sa Kamara na nagsasagawa ngayon ng pagdinig hinggil sa umano'y extrajudicial killing sa war on drugs. Dagdag pa ng dating Pangulo, wag na raw magpatawag ng kung sino-sinong tao mga ito at siya na lamang daw ang ipatawag dahil siya rin ang idinidiin sa investigasyon.
And because there are many persons already called or about to be called, baka may ibang tao pa kung ito lang naman, it's all about me, di ako na lang, bakit pa yung ibang tao? Ako na mismo ang tawagin nila.
Anya, handa nitong sagutin ang mga katanungan ng mga mambabatas sa naturang issue. Dinig, itinuturo ng mga resource person ng Quadcom ang dating Pangulo na umano'y nagpatumba sa mga high-profile inmates na may kinalaman sa iligal na droga. Mayroon din daw ipinatutupad na reward system sa implementasyon ng war on drugs kung saan umaabot umano ng 20,000 piso hanggang 1,000,000 piso ang reward depende sa level ng pagkakasangkot sa droga ng mga aresto o mapapatay. Bagay na pinasinungalingan naman mismo ni dating Pangulong Duterte.
Walang pulis na papasok sa ganun. Makukulong sila. Why would they accept that kind of agreement when it will later on bring their downfall? Yan ang sinasabi ng reward. Walang reward yan. Hindi ako magbibigay ng reward.
Paglilinaw pa ni Duterte, hindi niya kailanman ipinag-utos sa mga pulis na basta na lamang pumatay ng mga sangkot sa iligal na droga.
Ito talaga ang order ko sa kanila. Hanapin mo at arestuhin ninyo kung saan ninyo. Bring them to me. Pero pagka lumaban at nakita ninyo na ang sarili ninyong buhay ay mapalagay sa alanganin, patayin ninyo kasi ayaw kong makita ang pulis ko na ang mamatay kaysa kriminal.
Sakali naman daw na imbitahing dumalo sa pagdinig ng Kamara ang dating Pangulo, ay marami itong sasabihin sa taong bayan. Sa huli, ipinapaubay din ng dating Pangulo sa publiko ang paghusga sa war on drugs ng kanyang administrasyon kung nakatulong ba ito o hindi. Para sa Diyos at Pilipinas kumahal, ito si Hannah Jane Sancho, SMNI News.
Handa na raw isumite ng Department of Social Welfare and Development to DSWD ang validation report sa kanilang ginawang investigasyon. Kasunod na rin ng mga reklamo ng Office of the Vice President o OVP na mabagal at minsan ay hindi inaaprobahan ang hiling na tulong kung sa OVP mismo galing ang endorsement. Narito ang balita ni Sheena Torno.
Romualdez.
Tila naging kontrobersyal ang naging pagdinig sa Senado para sa 2025 budget ng Department of Social Welfare and Development o DSWD. Ito ay matapos matanong ang ahensya sa mga reklamong ipinaabot ng Office of the Vice President sa Senado sa kung bakit hindi nabibigyan ng ayuda o tinatanggihan ng DSWD ang mga referral na mula sa opisina ng Vice Presidente. Pagtatanggi naman ng kalihim ng DSWD, hindi raw nila pinupolitika ang programa patungkol sa mga ayuda taliwas sa alegasyon ng OVP. Welta naman ng Office of the Vice President, wala umanong katotohanan ang sinabi ni Secretary Rex Gatchaliana na tinatanggap nila ang lahat na nagre-request para sa ayuda. Sabi pa ng OVP, patunay nga rito higit 7,000 pending applications para sa Assistance for Individuals in Crisis Situation o AICS at higit 2,000 pending application din para sa Sustainable Livelihood Program sa Panay at Negros Island na inendorso ng OVP sa DSWD Field Office Region 6. Ang problema ay hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa ito nabibigyan ng ayuda ng DSWD. Sa press conference nga ng DSWD umaga ng Huwebes, muli na naman nilang binigyang diin na wala raw halong politika ang pagbibigay nila ng tulong sa mga Pilipinong nangangailangan.
We would like to really stress that lahat naman po ng lumalapit sa DSWD na nangangailangan ng tulong ay ating pong tinutulungan, subject of course to the validation and assessment of our social workers.
Sa katunayan, handa na raw ang validation report sa ginawa nilang investigasyon patungkol sa reklamo ng opisina ng Vice Presidente. Ito raw ay nakatakda nilang isumite sa tanggapan ni Senate Committee on Finance Subcommittee Chairman Senator Amy Marcos.
The reason why we're doing an investigation or a validation ay para mas magiging maayos po yung ating pong komunikasyon with the Office of the Vice President. There's always an effort on the part of the DSWD to communicate with parties.
Kasama sa sinuri ng DSWD ang mga na-refer na benepisyaryo para sa AIC sa Western at Central Visayas. Samantala bukod naman sa OVP, inireklamo rin ni Zamboanga City 1st District Representative Kimer Adan Olaso ang biglang pagpapahintuan ng DSWD sa payout o ayuda sa kanyang distrito. Nag-trending din sa social media kamakailan ang pagluhod dito sa isang opisyal ng DSWD sa Zamboanga City para lamang matuloy ang pamamahagi ng ayuda. Para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas kung mahal, ito si Sheena Torno, SMNI News.
Oras, ginat na pong alas 10 ng gabi. Mamaya makakasama na natin si Attorney Israelito Torion, Legal Counsel po ng KOJC sa mga recent update po mga kababayan. No? Kaya standby lang kayo dyan. Magbabalik pa po ang SMNI Nightline News.
Tutukan ang SMNI Nightline News with MJ and Admar.
Kita ko yan, ha? Sa TV lang ako kontrabida, pero mas masahol ka dahil sa peke mong parinda!
Kita ko yan, ha? Presyong chichirya nga ang sabon mo. Naku, masama naman sa balat. Kita ko yan, ha? Naku mo, gandang pamporma. Pangit naman sa ekonomiya. Sabi tayo dyan.
Kita ko yan! Nakita ko eh. Gusto mo ba maging ganito rin? Ang ending mo?
Huwag mo na itago. Kita ko yan.
Kahihiyang pagmumulta ka at pagkakagulo ang aabutin mo sa pagbebenta ng peke.
Hoy! Walang iyakan sa'yo kung pumili!
Ang pagbebenta ng peke at smuggled na produkto ay iligal at mahigpit na ipinagbabawal ng batas. Kita mo yan ha? Fight illicit trade! Yan ang nilalabanan ng Fight It!
Kung akong tatanungin, kahit saang aspeto, gusto ko garantisado. Metikuloso akong tao, kaya gusto ko lahat maayos at sigurado. Lahat quality, yung hindi ako makukompromiso, pero sulit ang presyo. Ganyan ang Clean Fuel. Kaya dito, panatag ang loob ko.
Magandang umaga po, sir. Botang po.
Putang! Kung gusto mo ng dekalidad na gasolina pero sulit ang halaga, mag-Clean Fuel ka.
Tutukan ang SMNI Nightline News with MJ and Admar.
Oras, 4 na minuto makalipas ang alas 10 ng gabi. Sa mga sandaling ito ay makakasama na natin ang legal counsel po ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Walang iba kundi si Attorney Israelito Torion. Attorney, maayong gabi. Admar Vilando, MJ Mondejar po.
The man of the day.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Hello, good evening. Good evening everyone and to all viewers po ng SMNI. Magandang gabi po. Mayong gabi.
Opo, parang hindi pa tapos itong si General Torre po dito sa kanyang pag-uusig sa KOJC. Ano pong masasabi nyo dito? Kayo pong number 1 sa listahan po, Attorney.
Oo nga eh. Number 1 ako sa kanyang listahan doon sa complaint niya for sedition, inciting to sedition, as well as obstruction of justice. No? He must have placed me a special portion of his heart why he made me number 1 in his criminal complaint. No? And we will just await the service of subpoena for us to submit a counter affidavit. And then we will craft a very excellent counter affidavit proving our innocence of the charges filed against us, and we will leave everything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I know that we will ultimately be found innocent of whatever charges that he filed against us.
Opo, pero para sa kaalaman lang ng lahat, sa pagkakaalam nyo po sa batas, lalo na dito sa sinampang kaso po ninyo, ano po ito po, sir? Itong sedition?
Itong inciting to sedition, kaya nga I have to really read it pa, Sir Admar, no? Kasi I don't want to speculate. Di ko pa na kita yung, sige ako, I have been always thinking and anticipating because he has been threatening on air, no, and in the media that he will be filing cases against us. And I was wondering kung ano ba yung mga inciting to sedition or obstruction of justice na nakasaad doon sa sa kanyang complaint, no? Kasi sige ako anticipate, wala naman akong makita na possible instance that I, committed these crimes. Na I committed an act or any speech that would incite individuals to violently rebel against the authority of the government, no? Because that is the essence of sedition. When you try to hark upon certain people to rebel against the government, that's sedition. Wala akong makita na instance na na nangyari yan. But I have to read the complaint, I have to receive the complaint so that I will understand, and I would be able to digest
the essence of the complaint filed by General Torre.
Kung tatanungin mo, attorney, yung mga ordinaryong tao at tungkol dyan sa sedition, citing to sedition, ang unang papasok agad siguro sa isip nila yung mga ginagawa ng mga makakaliwang grupo, no, lalo na sasabihin ibagsak yung mga pero wala tayong nakikita nga ganun, no. Though active pa rin yung mga makakaliwang grupo, pero dito sa issue na ito actually kumbaga natapos na nga lahat ng itong issue na ito dahil nga sa pagsuko po ng butihing pastor.
Yes po. Because when you say inciting to sedition, you to incite, meaning to hark upon the people, the illegal act of inciting or inviting people to resist or rebel against the government. That's the essence of inciting to sedition. And never in my interviews did I do that, no? Kaya nga I have to look at the specific allegations made by General Torre so that I can intelligibly make my own defense, no? Not only for myself but also for the other respondents that are stated in the complaint.
Pero nakikita niyo po ba na possible na kaya naghahain siya ng kaso para matabunan yung posibleng mga nagawang paglabag din doon sa mahigit 2 linggo na paggubgob po sa Central Compound ng KOJC?
Oo. Honestly, parang niya ito, parang smoke screen niya ito para hindi na mapag-usapan yung kanyang warrant of arrest na ginawa niya more than a search warrant, no? And we have been discussing that a warrant of arrest as against Sylvia Simanes cannot be used as a license to convert the KOJC compound into a police garrison, no? And that's what he did. And not only that, he engaged in mining activities there, no? He imagine warrant of arrest lang, ayaw mo na umalis sa lugar na yun, and then ginawa mo na yung bahay, ginawa mo na yung garrison, hindi lang yun, no? Naghukay ka pa doon sa eskwelahan, no? That's unprecedented in Philippine history. You know, time will pass by and our law students would be talking about this case, and they will always remember this case as a unique incident in Philippine history where a general of the Philippine National Police has done moves which are unprecedented in any of our history, no? Where he used a single warrant of arrest which he showed to us as a license to sequester a private entity's properties, no? And treated it as his house or a garrison, no? And as if he was already the owner thereof by controlling the movements of the people therein, no? Who can enter, no? Although at certain times inallow naman niya, pero most of the times siya yung parang hari doon, pati yung cathedral hindi na tayo pinapasok, yung mga members hindi na makapag-pray doon, no? So all of these matters need to be, smoke screen. Kailangan matago ito siguro, kaya nag-file siya ng kaso na ito para iba na ang magiging mapag-usapan. Although pwede ako magkamali, pero yun talagang opinion ko dito.
Sir, good evening. Nagtatanong po yung ating mga kababayan kung ito bang move na ito ng CIDG Chief sa tingin po ng legal team ay para pahinain po ang mga hakbangin po para sa pagdepensa sa butihing pastor.
Siguro, yan din siguro ang kanya, we could not speculate as to his motives, no? But we can only provide intelligent guesses. But it's one of the intelligent guesses para ma-divert yung attention natin in defending the good pastor. Pero, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is not the first time that a case has been filed against me, no? I've been a lawyer for a number of years already. There was even a time where double murder cases were filed against me in a case that I handled in Malalag, Davao del Sur. I was likewise a subject of cases in the past because of my, incessant desire to defend the rights of my clients. Kaya nga tayo, sinasabihan tayo na parang pinipersonal mo yung kaso. Hindi naman pinipersonal. When you defend the rights and interests of your clients, you really take it to heart such that all of their rights are protected, and if the rights are violated, you as a lawyer have the legal as well as the moral obligation to assert the rights so that if they are violated, they can have the appropriate remedies. Yan lang po ginagawa natin po.
Sir, bilang dekano po ng JMCFI College of Law, maaari niyo po ba kaming balikan po natin yung mga paliwanag? Ano po ba itong inciting to sedition, inciting to rebellion? Para po sa kabatiran po, at para matuto rin kami kung ano po yung gaano po ito pinag-aaralan sa law school.
Well, inciting to sedition in essence, kasi may mga laymen na ano natin, no, na nanonood. In essence, ito po yung aksyon na parang imbitahin mo yung mga tao. You hark upon the people to rebel against the government. Yan po in essence. It may be certain conduct. It may be in the form of speech, no, that you deliver, that you hark upon the people, you know, influence them to rise up against the government, no, to rebel against the government. That's sedition, no, and sa tingin ko po, hindi talaga natin nagawa ito eh. Kailan kaya ito, ano kaya yung specifics nito, no? Baka siguro in one of the press conference siguro na nangyari, o meron bang naka-utter na na what you call this, they withdraw their support from the or for the Marcos administration. I don't think that is inciting to sedition. Anyone can. I did not do that, no? But maybe some of my companions did that. Pero I don't think that that can be considered as an inciting to sedition, no? Kung wala ka na palang suporta doon sa Marcos administration, no? Kung if in case this was uttered by one or two of the respondents, now that does not mean that you are already inviting people to rebel against the government, no? There should be an overt act, there should be causal connection, no? And in this case, kung yun man lang ang final niya, sana naman makita ito ng mga prosecutors din na hindi ito enough to find probable cause for us to be indicted. Ngayon meron ng higher bar, reasonable necessity, no? Or what you call this, yung reasonable certainty of conviction. Yan na ngayon ang requirement.
Sir, yung po bang freedom of expression, freedom of speech na ating mga Pilipino na ginagarantiya po ng 1987 Constitution, borderline po ba yan sa inciting to sedition? Dahil, di ba, may karapatan naman po tayo magpahayag ng saloobin at mga pagpunat reminders sa pamahalaan.
Yes, freedom of expression is one of the preferred rights under the 1987 Constitution. All law students would know that this was discussed in Philippine Blooming Meals, yung right to peacefully assemble, freedom of expression, no? This is one of the most protected rights, no, in the hierarchy of rights under the 1987 Constitution. Kung magpahayag ka kung ano ang iyong saloobin, no? Ay hindi po yan ipinaglalabag po ng batas natin. Karapatan mo yan. Kaya kasi meron ngang bagong Supreme Court decision ngayon na hindi libel yung or hindi oral defamation yung if you what you call this utter certain hurting words against public officials, no? If they are not performing well in their duties and functions, no? That's a recent Supreme Court decision that was rendered by the Supreme Court, no? So that is also related in the discussion that I have just made, that mere expressions of discontent or maybe complaints against the current administration should not be understood to mean that you are already inciting the people to to rebel against the government. There should be a higher a higher bar before that can be used as a basis for you to be filed cases, no, in court.
Sir, nagtatanong po ating mga kababayan, naroon po ang panig po ng legal team ng butihing pastor hinggil po doon sa hiling na hospital arrest.
Well, actually, that was one of the topics discussed this afternoon. I could not just go into the detail, but essentially, we received an order denying. We confirmed that denying our motion for hospital arrest. Although in the penultimate portion po ng order, nakasaad naman doon that if, in essence, if it need be, he can be brought to Philippine PNP General Hospital within Camp Crame. So kaya nga, I manifested before the court that I may file a motion for reconsideration, no? I-try natin because that's within our rights, and try to convince the court that the opinions of the 3 doctors of Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy, no, who executed affidavits in his favor, and having been his doctors for so many years, may have a bearing in the decision of the judge. And we will see. But we also try to clarify na anong gagawin namin kung kinakailangan talaga. At in fairness naman dun sa korte, magpaalam lang daw kami dun sa warden ng custodial center para kung may kailangan, we will course it to the warden, and it will be the warden who will inform the court about the matter. Yun po ang napag-usapan kanina. So in effect, sa tingin ko, kung may need talaga, pwede naman pala. Pero hindi lang doon sa Veterans Memorial Center or hospital or sa Medical City, pero doon sa PNP General Hospital within Camp Crame.
Attorney, may iba lang ako ng usapin patungkol naman dito sa naging pahayag po ng COMELEC na maaari pa rin at kabilang na si Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy sa mga maisasama po sa balota at qualified na makatakbo sa darating po na 2025 midterm elections. Nakikita nyo na po ba na ito na po ituldok? Dahil meron pong mga pag-question patungkol nga doon sa kanyang naging partido, no, na nakasaad doon sa COC, na sabi naman ng COMELEC, hindi naman mahalaga yon. May iba pang mga parameters sila na tinitingnan. Hindi lang yun, kasi marami din namang independent na mga tumatakbo. Kung magkaroon man ng issue, hindi rin ito makaka-apekto sa kandidatura po ng butihing pastor, attorney.
Totoo yan. Kasi matagal na rin tayong election lawyer, no? Yun yung when I graduated in 1998, no? When I became a lawyer in 1998, yung pinakaunang kaso ko ay election case, no? And it went through the years na ganun po. And sa experience ko lang po, yung final ni Attorney Sonny Matula, I know him personally, no? Na labor lawyer yan siya. Ang worst case scenario lang naman nun is not to deny due course to the certificate of candidacy ni Pastor. Ang worst case scenario lamang nun, kung mag-proceed yun, magiging independent po si Pastor. And independent candidate na wala na siyang partido. Yun ang worst case scenario. Kung pagbigyan yung kanyang petisyon, no? Pero hindi siya ma-deny due course yung kanyang, hindi siya ma-disqualify, no? Wala yan, malayo yan. Gusto lang natin i-clarify lang na in-offer kasi ito kay Pastor, no? At yung kaibigan natin, si Attorney Mark Tolentino, siya naman pala ang president talaga ng WPP, Workers and Peasants Party. So nung in-offer ni Attorney Mark Tolentino, of course, in-accept ni Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy. Yun pala, meron pala silang internal na hindi pagkakaintindihan. So kanila na yun. No, out na si Pastor doon. And kaya nga, nung napag-usapan namin, we will just let COMELEC decide. So kung pagbigyan yung petition ni Attorney Sonny Matula, ang worst case scenario na independent si Pastor, no? Pero kung mananalo naman sila Attorney Mark Tolentino, may partido din si Pastor. Hindi na makisawsaw si Pastor doon sa medyo internal na misunderstanding po nila.
Attorney, alam natin pag panahon ng eleksyon, uso rin yung gamitan ng mga pangalan para sila po ay bumango.
Mapag-usapan.
Oo, para mapag-usapan. At maaari din bang itong issue na ito ay ginamit din talaga sa kabila po ng naging pahayag na ng COMELEC dito nga sa pagkakasali ni Pastor Apollo?
Well, I do not want to speculate, no. Pero we could not help also, we could not prevent, especially the very avid supporters of our good pastor, no, na mag-isip na po ng ganyan, no. Of course, alam naman natin na ang worst case scenario nito, hindi yung pagka-disqualify ni pastor, maging independent lang. So, I do hope na si Sir Sonny Matula hindi rin maiibahan sa atin na yung ibang mga miyembro makapag-isip na baka final lang ito para mapag-usapan naman siya at sana hindi rin siya magalit kung magsasabi yung ibang miyembro. But we do not want to also say for certain na yun nga ang kanyang intensyon, no? He may have other good motives on the matter, but I do hope he will understand that some members may really feel na baka ginawa niya ito para mapag-usapan. Pero pwede din tayo magkamali.
Opo, Attorney, bago ulit si partner MJ, in connection pa rin dyan sa usapin na yan, meron kasi mga nagsasabi na hindi daw qualified, hindi daw pang Senado si Pastor Apollo at maraming may isang abogado, meron ding isang mambabatas na tumutuligsa na hindi daw qualified o hindi daw bagay si pastor sa Senado. Ano bang sinasabi ng batas pag ikaw ba'y may kaso lang, ikaw ba'y automatic na hindi ka na pwedeng tumakbo?
Ay hindi po, kasi meron tayong presumption of innocence, no? While there is no final and executory decision against pastor, no, and we don't really think that he will be convicted in this case. This is just a challenge, no, for pastor. So while he is still facing a case, he is presumed innocent po. So pwede po siya makatakbo. Nangyari nga ito ilang beses na sa ating history. The latest I think was Senator Laila de Lima, no? Nung nakakulong siya, if my memory serves me right, tumakbo po siya pagka senador po. So this is not new to us. Yung noon nga si Halosos, no, was charged for rape. And habang nasa kulungan siya, tumakbo siya, nanalo pa. So hindi po ito, new to us. And besides, yung accusation na hindi qualified si pastor, dahan-dahan naman, no? With all due respect, no? May mga honorific titles nga si pastor, doctorate degrees nga si pastor, And besides, siya ang kandidato na may dalang Exhibit A, na hindi na kailangan pang ipagmayabang, no? Just he can really contribute to the ongoing discussion as to how we can improve our country, no? Why? Because look at him. He is a preacher, yet he has succeeded almost single-handedly, of course with the help of his active members, more than 6 million members, no, in making KOJC the talk of the town. And he has succeeded in improving the lives of many KOJC members, no? He has SMNI. He is able to construct the Kingdom, which is the biggest in Asia. Imagine an individual private person being able to do that. He has been able to showcase to the world that we are likewise capable of presenting very attractive tourist attractions such as the Prayer Mountain, the Glory Mountain, and even in Kitbug, he has succeeded in uplifting the lives of the indigenous peoples. And his ideas, no, are really remarkable. His non-tolerance of corruption, his leadership, the discipline that he has instilled in his members are probably very good examples for us to emulate, and which may be needed for us as a nation, no? as I can even liken him to Lee Kuan Yew, no? His ideas as to how we can improve our country, the need for discipline, and the need for us to be prosperous, no? And his ideas as to how we can improve the country are really noteworthy. That if you will place him in the Senate, he would be able to add more richness in the discussion, in the passage of laws as to how we can move our country forward. So, to the naysayers of Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy, I object strongly to your ideas that he is not qualified. And as a matter of fact, he is more than qualified. And in 2028, kung papayag nga lang sana si Vice President Sara, wish ko nga sana na siya ang tatakbong presidente sa 2028 kung papayag po si Vice President Sara.
Attorney, kamusta na po si Pastor, sir? Ano po ang kanya pong kalagayan ngayon? At marami po ang nagpapaabot ng felicitations at mga pagbati at mensahe ng suporta sa butihing pastor, lalo na yung nag-decide siya tumakbo sa pagkasenador.
Kahapon matagal kami nag-usap and honestly, tumatawa na ngayon si Pastor, ha? Tumatawa na ngayon si Pastor and he is discussing with me as well as Attorney Kay Lorente as to his proposed bills that he will hopefully pass if he is granted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala his wish to be elected to the Senate, no? May mga specific mga ano na siya, proposed bills, no? Ganun mag-isip si Pastor. At sana naman butuhan talaga natin siya, no? And may isang joke na I don't know if it is proper to be discussed here, pero hindi muna siguro natin pag-usapan yan. Pero yun na nga, he is in high spirits now and he is very happy that the people of the Republic of the Philippines are very welcoming of his decision to run as a senator. Sana naman atin talaga siyang suportahan kasi marami talaga siyang magagawa pag siya ay nasa Senado na po.
Opo.
Kumbaga, attorney, compare mo sa iba pang mga kandidato siguro, si Pastor, hindi pa nga nag-uumpisa yung panahon ng pangangampanya. Meron ng mga panukalang batas. Yung iba, tatakbo. Di ko pa lang alam kung meron na bang mga na-draft ng mga bill kahit hindi pa nananalo. Talagang makikita mo dito yung kanyang pagpupursige na makapagsilbi sa taong bayan po, attorney.
Yes. As a matter of fact, his proposed bills are very specific na. Ha? Hindi ko nga lang i-explain kasi hindi ko gusto pangunahan si Pastor, no? He is more able to explain his proposed bills. I was just really pleasantly surprised that his proposals are very specific, no? And if you will analyze it, it will really help our country, no? Improve not only economically but also even as in spirit, as in our what you call this, in our enthusiasm to make the country improve further. So abangan po ninyo yung mga specific proposals ni Pastor. Magaganda po at sigurado ako na kung pag-aralan ninyo, ito po ay galing po sa kanyang puso at galing po sa kanyang utak. Matalino po si Pastor, ha? Matalino siya at talaga siya po ay maasahan natin na kaakibat natin siya sa pagsulong ng ating bansa.
Opo, attorney, siguro bilang panghuli, mensahe na lang po sa lahat po ng mga taga-KOJC na rin, lalo na sa ating mga KOJC members and workers sa buong Pilipinas at sa buong mundo at maging sa mga followers po ng butihing pastor.
Yes, to all KOJC members, no, the good pastor is really very happy, no, because of your unending support for him. And yung pong mga nag-text po sa amin, no, pinipilit po namin ililista yon at pinapaalam po namin sa kanya. And you would be surprised by the smiles that he gives in return, no. Meron pa nga siyang mga meron pa nga siyang mga personal greetings sa iba. Yung mga kaibigan nga natin naka-receive ng mga personal letters na, no? And masaya po siya sa inyong pinapakitang suporta. At ngayon, dahil sa tumatakbo siyang senador, we will double our efforts, triple our efforts to ensure that his message of goodness, his message of compassion to our Filipino people, his message of service to the Filipino people would be propagated, no? And hopefully this will be converted into votes come elections, no? So wag po kayong mag-alala. In high spirits na po si Pastor ngayon, no? And he is very excited. And as a matter of fact, he has clear programs na of the bills that he will introduce in the Senate kung papayagan po siya ng ating pong may kapal na manalo ngayong eleksyon. So, tatag lang tayo. Sabi nga niya, we should not be discouraged by what is happening now to him. Maybe this is also another way by which he can really focus on what he will do for our country. Kasi kami lang doon magaling na nga siya magpinta ngayon Ang galing-galing na niya magpinta. And he has devoted his time also to study. He has read a lot of books. So there is nothing to be sad about what is happening to him now. And his message is that we should continue to have faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the Lord Almighty, because at the end of the day, all of these challenges, all of these trials would end, and he will be declared as innocent of the charges filed against him.
Attorney, dagang salamat sa higayon sa ulitin po, amping.
Daghang salamat po sa inyong panahon nga gihatag sa ako. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat. Si Attorney Israelito Torion, Legal Counsel po ng KOJC at ang Dean ng JMC College of Law. At oras natin, 10:34 na po ng gabi, magbabalik pa ang SMNI Nightline News.
Tutukan ang SMNI Nightline News with MJ and Admar.
Kita ko yan, ha? Sa TV lang ako kontrabida, pero mas masahol ka dahil sa peke mong parinda!
Kita ko yan, ha? Presyong chichiryang ang sabon mo. Naku, masama naman sa balat. Kita ko yan, ha? Naku mo, gandang pamporba. Pangit naman sa ekonomiya. Sabi tayo dyan.
Kita ko yan! Nakita ko Gusto mo ba maging ganito rin? Ang ending mo?
Huwag mo na itago. Kita ko yan. Kita ko yan.
Kahihiyan, pagmumulta at pagkakakulong ang aabutin mo sa pagbebenta ng peke.
Ay! Walang iyakan sa'yo kung pumili!
Ang pagbebenta ng peke at smuggled na produkto ay iligal at mahigpit na ipinagbabawal ng batas. Kita mo yan, ha? Fight illicit trade. Yan ang nilalabanan ng Fight It!
Kung akong tatanungin, kahit saang aspeto, gusto ko garantisado. Metikuloso akong tao, kaya gusto ko lahat maayos at sigurado. Lahat quality, yung hindi ako makukompromiso, pero sulit ang presyo. Ganyan ang clean fuel. Kaya dito, panatag ang loob ko.
Magandang umaga po, sir. Butang po.
Butang. Kung gusto mo ng dekalidad na gasolina pero sulit ang halaga, mag-clean fuel ka.
SMNI Nightline News with MJ and Admar.
10:37 ng gabi, maring itinanggi ng ilang Ukrainian KOJC missionaries ang mga isyong ipinupukol laban kay Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy. Partikular na ang issue ng rape at iba pang pang-aabuso. Pagdidin pa ng ilang mga magulang, dito nila nakitang magandang buhay para sa kanilang mga pamilya at anak. Narito ang balita ni Jean Domingo.
Those allegations, pastoral mula sa Ukraine, na ginahasa umano sila rito. Lalo pa at sila mismo ang nag-imbita sa kanilang mga magulang mula sa kanilang bansa para makilala ng personal si Pastor Apollo.
So, we were really shocked hearing them saying those blatant lies because at first place, they were given an opportunity to fly back home every once in a while. And beside that, after staying some time here, they even invited their families and relatives to visit them here, their parents and their younger siblings, and they encouraged them also to become workers like themselves. So, if they were physically abused or raped as they claim, how would you ever do that? You would introduce the person who allegedly raped you to your parents. It doesn't even make any sense, you thinking that a person would do that.
Kinwestiyon rin ito ang mga akusasyon ng mga ex-KOJC missionaries. Dahil kung totoong inabuso sila dito, ay tiyak na makikita ito sa kanilang mga kilos.
And secondly, they really don't look like they were physically abused or their rights were violated, they were that they were not happy here, because they look like they were enjoying their life. And everything was open to them. It comes with a very heavy emotional trauma, which in their outward look, you would never say that. They don't look like somebody who have been abused and traumatized here. Pastor opened their heart and provided them with everything that they could ever ask for. So looking back, I don't really see any reason for them, to say those things. And in fact, it doesn't even reconcile what they say and how they left.
Tingnan na rin yung kinang timing ng pagkasabi ng mga dating KOJC workers na nirape sila dahil matagal pa silang nanatili rito sa Pilipinas at sa KOJC.
Another thing is, I cannot really reconcile their statements because if ever you were raped, why would it take you 8 years of staying in the ministry before you would even start talking about it? If that allegedly happened back in 2013, why that only in 2018 they left the ministry? If that was the reason why they left the ministry, as they claim, and why would those allegations only come out in 2023? So you can't really reconcile that. If you were raped, you would not like to stay in the ministry a minute longer.
Parents, it's very dangerous if parents will know about these bad and terrible things, what they accuse now to pastor. That's why I don't believe pastor my kids.
Dagdag na mga ito na malapit rin ang kanilang mga anak kay Pastor Apollo at maging ibang mga bata sa loob ng compound.
Also, I cannot believe in this because if we so close to pastor, my kids really too close to pastor, and many kids here in Central very close to pastor, and never ever one even kid talk about this abuse.
Not only the physical things, but especially it's love, because you cannot lie to the kids. If kids is feeling something bad, they will not go, they will not. But my kids, not only everybody who is living here, everybody who pastor, every kids who pastor taking care. When they meet him, they hug him, they very love him. That's why. If you want really know who is pastor, you can ask kids and they will answer, because kids really cannot lie. They will really tell them. That's why I'm like mother. I know that it's true love. It's not physical abuse. It's not rape.
Dagdag rin ng isang nanay na kahit ang anak nito ay miyembro rin ng pastoral department at kung may nakita o narinig itong makakasama sa kanyang mga anak ay lalayo sila ora mismo. Ngunit ipinunto nito na walang kahit anong pang-aabuso ang nangyari at nangyayari sa QJC.
Even my eldest daughter, he's in pastoral ministry. I'm as mother. If I really see something bad, if I see something not properly things about my kids, I'm not allowed them stay there. I did not. I get them and right away go back go back to Ukraine or some another country because it's really not good to the kids. But for me, for my kids, it's best life. Because pastor for my kids is like father. He's loved them. He give them everything what they need. And I am happy that she is there because I know it's best for her. It's best for my son because he is the boy, is the one boy in my family. My son always look at pastor and he is like example for him. And he always said, no, I will be like pastor. If it's bad person, who is the from kids said, I will be like pastor? No, of course. Because I really sure, I know, I saw, I see, and continue to like dedicate my life, my kids to this ministry, to pastor, and testify all over the world that pastor is not like that. Like that testimony about him, very bad things, that pastor is rape kids or like physical abuse or something else. No, it's not true. It's really, really big lie.
Nakilala nila ang mga nag-aakusa kay Pastor Polo at nakita niya kung paano binago ng buting pastor ang kanilang mga buhay.
I was once together with them and I'm a living witness of how pastor has changed and transformed their lives. And those allegations are nothing but a blatant lies.
Nagpaabot naman ng kanyang pasasalamat ang mga Ukrainian KOJC missionaries kay Pastor Polo sa kanyang pagmamahal hindi lamang sa kanila kundi para sa lahat at sa patuloy na paggabay nito sa bansang kaharian.
And I would like also to take this opportunity to thank Pastor that amidst all of these accusations and allegations thrown against him, he still continues to instill in us the value of loving our neighbor and even going to the extent of loving our enemies. Thank you so much, Pastor, for everything that you have done for us.
I just want to say, Pastor, a very, very big thanks to you that I'm here with my kids. You always teach me only good, only that things that I can use it now for my life to continue doing my ministry. And I remember that day when I promised to you, Pastor, be with you until the end. It's true. I will continue my message. I will continue my ministry no matter what. If it's good days or it's bad days, if it's big blessings, big trials, no matter what. I want to tell to you that my love, big for you, Pastor. My life, it's in the hand of the Father through you, Pastor. So we love you, Pastor. We are waiting you here. We will continue do our ministry best what we can. It's the Father.
About pastor's love, about pastor's kindness, mercy, goodness, and about his big heart, I can say only that it's really good man. He always and always try to do only best for us. If those people don't understand him, but Pastor, every time he can help us to change our physical life to spiritual life and understand first of all spiritual things. And we want to say thank you very much for your patience, for your kindness, for your love, and for everything that you gave to us in every day of our lives. Because of you, Pastor, we are here, still here, and we know that Father Almighty will guide us through you everywhere
And we don't afraid anything, Pastor. We always will be with you and protect the truth. And we never believe in these false accusations, Pastor. Never ever.
Para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas kong mahal, Jean Domingo, SMNI News.
Samantala nagsalita na rin ang banyagang miyembro ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ kaugnay po sa mga paratang ngayon laban kay Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy. May mensahe rin sila sa butihing pastor. Narito po ang report.
Mahigit 10 taon ng miyembro ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ ang Brazilian national na si Mike Dennis Oliveira. Mula 2015 hanggang ngayon, buo ang kanyang paniniwala sa mga turo ng KOJC at sa spiritual leader nito na si Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy. Ang kanyang dalawa na kababatang kapatid na babae at mga magulang ay KOJC members din sa Brazil. Pero dahil sa patuloy na paninira sa butihing pastor, ay binasag nito ang kanyang katahimikan.
No one that has so much concern about family is stupid enough to let your younger sisters in a place where there is a rapist. No one. There are many accusations about Pastor saying that he's a rapist, saying that he doesn't have love for children, whatever they are saying.
Ayon kay Oliveira, hindi siya magtatagal sa KOJC kung sakali mang totoo ang mga paratang kay Pastor Apollo.
Me, myself, as an older brother, I would never let my whole family, especially my small sisters, in a place where there is a rapist. If Pastor was one, really, I would never be here in the kingdom. I would not just not let them be here, but me, myself, I would not be here.
Ang kapwa niya KOJC full-time worker mula Brazil na si Natalia, nagpasalamat sa tulong ng butihing pastor. Kung wala raw kasi ang mga turo ng butihing pastor, ay patuloy itong mapapariwara sa buhay, lalo na't puno ng kamunduhan at kahalayan sa Brazil.
Pastor was the one who brought me to the light, and he was also the one who presented to me the words of God. Without Pastor, I was agnostic. I don't really care about if I exist in God. I don't really care about even my own life. So if it was not by Pastor, I would not be here today.
Di ni Prado, kabaliktaran sa mga akusasyon ang tunay na nangyayari sa loob ng KOJC. Katunayan, itinataas pa nga ni Pastor Apollo ang dignidad at binibigyan pa ng disenteng buhay ang mga kababaihan sa loob. Dahil dyan, mayorya sa KOJC administrators ay kababaihan. Tanda ng paggalang ng butihing pastor sa mga ito. Kakibat na dyan ang angkop na disiplina.
He just want us to grow and be when they're excellent, so we can also be used as leaders. But it was never about, the way they're saying. Not only, even our father and mother, they also discipline us. So, if you don't want to follow what they say, of course, they just want the best for you. That's why they're disciplining you.
Pinag-aaralan na ngayon ng legal counsel ng KOJC ang paghahain ng kaso sa mga bagong lumitaw na paninira laban sa butihing pastor. Ayon kay Attorney Israelito Torion, mapipilitan silang gawin ito dahil labis na ngayon ang smear campaign sa spiritual leader ng KOJC.
Etong mga complainants na ito, alam namin, tinuturuan lamang kung ano yung isasabi nila at at the end of the day, baka hindi na itutulungan ninyo, no? At of course, magsasabi na ito eventually ng totoo, no? And ma-unmask kayo.
Sa huli, nanindigan ang mga KOJC worker na amin nakausap na hindi magbabago ang kanilang paniniwala kay Pastor Apollo. At kahit anong mangyari, kanilang tatayuan ang paniniwalang inosente at pawang kabutihan lamang ang hangad ng butihing pastor sa kaluluwa ng lahat ng tao.
Pastor, we are all going to stand for you, Pastor, because we know that all of these things are just lies, and we are here with you until the end. Thank you, Pastor, for all your love and being with us, and thank you, Pastor, for everything.
So, Pastor, first of all, thank you so much, Pastor, because you've done so much. You've done so much to me, to my family, and there are no words really to express everything that you have done for us. And me and my family, our faith is very strong, and I hope you know that we love you, and this is not just coming from my mouth, but it's coming from my heart and my whole family.
Ang sabi nga ni Pastor, tatag lang, lilipas din ito.
Para sa Diyos, sa Pilipinas kong mahal, MJ Mondejar, SMNI News.
Talagang malalaman mo ang puno sa pamamagitan ng kanyang bunga at marami pong mga makapagpapatunay po dyan sa kung gaano kabuti si Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy na nakapagpabago po sa milyong-milyong mga buhay po, hindi lang ng mga Pilipino, kundi mga banyaga. Samantala, bago lang po tayo tuluyang magtapos, alamin muna natin kung ilang araw na lang ba bago mag-Christmas.
Naku po, talagang palapit na palapit, partner. 69 days na lamang, mga kababayan. Pasko na, Merry Christmas sa inyong lahat, sa ating lahat. Happy New Year.
Sumayin niyo po ang programang SMNI Nightline News ngayon pong gabi ng Huwebes. Samahan niyo po ulit kami bukas. 9:30 p.m. pa rin po, mga kapartner, dito po sa SMNI News Channel. At sa muli, sa pangalan po ng buong pwersa ng SMNI, patuloy po kami at hindi titigil sa paghahatid po ng mabalita at impormasyong totoo, tunay na public service at maging totoong boses ng bayan para sa Diyos, sa Pilipinas nating mahal. Maraming salamat. Magandang gabi po sa lahat.